What up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of GIVIN GAME PODCAST. I'm your host, Rickey! And today's guest is another special one. My next guest, you've probably seen him on WestWorld, All-American, Lucifer, NBA 2K22 and 2K23, NCIS Hawaii, NCIS. I mean, the man's been working, y'all. Please, give a warm welcome for Mr. Patrick K.
Hey, thank you, man. Thank you, my brother.
Up, man? We here, baby.
My man did some research on it. I love it. It's a warm welcome.
Warm welcome, man. I always give people.
I'm just to cut you off real fast.
Go ahead. Are you gonna take over the show already?
No,
Here we go.
I'm gonna just let the people know. I told you I was gonna say this.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a lot of different lives coming from the both of us throughout this.
Yeah, you got
That's your warning.
He got the evil Elmo laugh.
All right, man. Let's get into it.
Let's crack into it. So I always started off with where you from.
I am LA born and raised.
Come on, man. Rep your city.
Lamert Park, Crenshaw and King.
Ooh.
Yeah. I mean, I love growing up in LA.
Yeah.
It's I went to Hamilton High School.
Okay.
Performing Arts High School.
Yep.
Music Academy.
Yep.
It's so funny too because in high school, in school in general,
yeah,
I played music the whole time. Acting was a thing that I did at home. I didn't really tell people that I acted.
Really?
So all my high school people know me as a musician.
Really?
Yeah.
So you were like playing instruments,
drums, guitar, bass guitar, guitar. I was in a mariachi band.
You said guitar.
Guitar. It's like the big bass guitar for the mariachi band.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
El Cascabel, come on now.
El Cascabel. Okay. So you went to that's crazy. You went to a performing arts school, but you didn't, get that bug for acting.
I had the bug for acting.
You did
before then. I would basically go to school, pretend to be a musician, and then go home and look for roles on LA Casting.
Really?
Yeah.
And how old were you?
15.
15. Okay.
15. I remember I got onto Fame. I did background for Fame. I used my timpani skills.
What?
So I did like a week and a half background, which made me a feature background, which got me to be SAG eligible. And so then after that, I convinced my mom to let me go to homeschooling. I was like, let me put all my focus on this.
Yeah.
And I want to do this. And she was like, I'll give you a year. Book something.
Really? She said, show me.
Yeah, she was like,
that's like what Will Smith did with his pops. His pops was like, he's like, I give you a year, and if they don't work out, you gotta go to the military or get a job or whatever and go to college.
And that was her whole thing too.
Damn.
Yeah, it's like you gotta either make this happen or go back to school and go to college and then come back with a different plan.
Really?
Yeah, and then.
And how long were you into Hamilton High School before you?
That was sophomore year.
Sophomore, okay.
And then junior year, I went to homeschooling for the first time. And then, I booked iCarly.
iCarly was your first ever booking?
One-line role on iCarly, first ever booking.
What? And when you're doing this, just because I always like, to give people the game and give people everybody's, process on how they start working as an actor. So how did you get iCarly? Was it LA Casting? Did you have an agent? Did you have a manager?
That was an agent. So once I had...
so how'd you get that?
Once I had become SAG eligible, I... really kind of by the grace of God, bro. My agent situation was crazy.
Yeah.
So this woman, Chrissy Metz,
okay,
who is Chrissy Eden on, or is it? I feel bad. I think it's Chrissy Metz. She's on This Is Us.
I haven't seen This Is Us, but yeah, I know.
Come on, man.
Yeah, I know.
But she's on This Is Us now. But she was my agent back when I was 15. She found me on LA Casting.
So she's an actress.
Yes.
That was wow.
Yes, bro.
What?
I don't know if I can say this. I remember I was like 15 once I had signed to her.
Yeah.
I was watching Entourage because,
that's my show.
Yeah, we love this. Growing up in this, you have to watch Entourage. It's like a rite of passage.
It's a rite of passage. If you're an actor and you haven't seen Entourage, I don't know what to tell you, man. Y'all better get on it.
Yeah, watch it.
Y'all got to watch because it really helps. Like, I'll always watch Entourage. I've watched it like 20 times.
Oh, yeah, easily.
So I watch it every time I'm at a different point in my career because I can relate to it even more. Like the audition process or like when they get a little fame or something happens or like Hollywood parties.
How people react to you, all of it. It's all in that show.
Yes.
It's crazy.
Yes. So Entourage, that's a good one. But go ahead.
But she was in an episode of it, the Sundance episode. And
oh, shit, really?
I had watched it and I was like, yo, I saw you were in the episode. She was like, shh, don't be telling people I act. And I was like, oh, yeah. I'll keep it quiet. And then, like 7 years later, This Is Us, and she's blowing up now.
Wow.
But that was my first agent. She found me on LA Casting.
Yeah.
Took me on, and then she went over to Buckwald, and she was like, I'll sign you commercially, but you got to audition theatrically.
Okay.
And so I auditioned for Pamela, and yeah, she signed me. It's funny. The first audition I went in with was V for Vendetta, and then she was like,
with Buckwalt?
Yeah, and then she was like, come back with something age appropriate because you're not playing V for Vendetta at 15,
Yeah,
bro.
15.
And so yeah, I just came back, auditioned with some like I left my fly open monologue, and then yeah, they started pushing me for things. And back then, I already knew I didn't want to do like Disney or like get pigeonholed into a certain box. But that's really all there was.
How did you start working as an actor? Were you taking classes?
Not yet.
Okay.
At 15, 16, it was just raw talent. I was just going in there thinking like, I got this.
Yeah.
And I got the one-liner on iCarly.
Okay.
Told my mom. She was like, that's not big enough. You need something else. And so I was like, okay, cool. I got like 5 months till school starts. Like, what am I going to do? And then I booked We the Party with Mario Van Peebles. Yeah, the movie.
Yeah.
And she was like, okay, that's big enough. Go ahead, shoot that. And then from there, that kind of was the launching point for everything else.
Really?
Because that proved to me that I could do it. That was me, no class, no training, just raw me.
Yeah.
Got into a movie.
You
did that.
Yeah.
And so that kind of gave me that validation for myself that like, okay, you can do this no matter what.
Yeah.
No matter what anybody says, it can only go up.
Yeah.
And then from there, it was slow, little auditions here and there.
But that helped you though. Like
Yeah.
that gives you the like, and that's
gives you the confidence to push
that's
forward.
what I used to. Yeah. Once you book one, I feel like I can book them all.
Yeah,
because all you need is one. If you can do it once, you can do it again and again and again. It's just if you're going to stay in it and keep working.
And that's where it becomes a grind and a love for this. And at 19 was when I decided to go to acting class.
Really?
Yeah.
What acting class did you go to?
Aaron Speiser.
Aaron Speiser. Okay,
I
Will Smith coach.
I stand by Aaron Speiser.
Really?
Forever, 10 toes down, bro.
Okay.
Aaron Speiser is, for me personally, one of the greatest tools, coaches, because really he gave me a skill set. He gave me a toolbox that I use to this day.
Wow.
Like what I learned
your
there,
foundation.
Yeah, 1,000%, 100%.
And that's what's key for actors and artists.
You gotta
have to have a foundation. You have to have a process. You have to have something that like the house is built on. Like what are you gonna stick your bricks on, and how you gonna elevate as an artist? You have to have something that you can pull from and learn how to tap into these characters or different emotions or whatnot.
And I've learned through doing this, everything is different for everybody. So like my process that I've learned from Aaron may not work for every single actor, but it's like you have to kind of figure out how your mind works, how your emotions work, and then what process works best for you to get that out. A lot of people are all imagination based. My imagination is getting stronger later in life, oddly enough. So now I'm able to use it more, but earlier on, nah.
Really? It's like the opposite. Usually when you're a kid, you have that wild imagination, and that's why kids are... He said drama.
Oh, man, I got dark humor, y'all. But nah, so it's just like I've noticed how your process kind of constantly changes, but like you have to have that foundation, like you said.
Yeah.
That base that you can kind of build on top of. You can always play with it. But as an actor starting off, get a foundation, get a process. Have something that you can always kind of go back to.
Yeah. Once you got Aaron Speiser, you started training there, and you were going to the class, not like a personal coaching or anything like that.
I did a couple one-on-one sessions for certain auditions, but yeah, I was in the studio for
how long?
3 years.
And were you working in between those 3 years, or did you just dedicate that time to acting and then going out to?
Shit. I'm sure there were like short films and like little things here and there,
but nothing like what you're at now.
Yeah, nah, it wasn't
like
until
notable.
2016 when I remember making that jump from like I had done like a Lifetime movie. That came out, and like just things here and there, but nothing like the consistent work that I'm doing now.
Yeah.
Or at least leading towards that.
Yeah, and that's why we're in a hotel right now, because he's actually filming something right now. But we'll get to that. Yeah, that's why we're in a hotel.
Hey, I'm truly blessed and forever grateful. Yeah, and we'll get to that later. But
yeah. So. You working at you at Aaron Speiser. How long did you take other classes other than Aaron Speiser?
Or was it just Aaron? I don't know if he's gonna get mad at me for saying this, but I was broke. I didn't have a job at the time, but I had hella time for class. And I saw Aaron out at a housewarming party for one of his other students, Nafisa, and he was like, "Come by the studio. Let's see if we could work something out." And I would clean up the alleyway behind his studio twice a week for class, and I did that for 2 years.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. And that's when it comes down to like get it done. When like that's when you're asking people like, "Hey, what do you do? Like, give me a tip on how to get into the industry. How do I break in?"
Yeah,
that's when you gotta find your hustle.
Ooh, Like, give them the game.
That's when you got to just figure something out, and it comes down to like, how bad do you want it?
How bad do you fucking want it?
Will you scoop up bum shit in the alleyway for your dream? Because I tell you right now, I fucking will.
Wow,
and I have.
That's amazing. I love. That's why I love doing this shit.
Yeah, you don't tell everybody all this.
Exactly,
the glamorous part of it.
Exactly. But like, I didn't even know that. So that's why I love. Is like I get to interview my friends and like learn like your process and like what you've been through, and that's an amazing fucking story, man. Like you was cleaning up shit in the alley. To pay for class, you couldn't pay for class, but you was like, "Fuck, I want to." I was
like, "How can I do?"
Yes, how can I still like I do whatever I got to do?
I need a janitor. I got you.
Damn. That's amazing. Man. Did you leave there, go to another class, or did you get work after? Like, when did you start?
Aaron's thing was always, I'm going to teach you how to act. I'm going to get you ready to audition.
Okay.
And after 3 years, I did a scene in the advanced class, and Aaron was like, Patrick, I really don't have notes. I think you're ready to audition. And I don't know, that made a little click where it was like, cool. That was what you said you was going to do for me. Yeah. So then I left class and started auditioning, and I think 2 months after, I booked Jane the Virgin.
Really?
And then
what level of role was Jane the Virgin?
That was my first co-star.
Okay.
That was my first like primetime network co-star. I was like, oh, we got
the
series regulars.
Oh.
We in here, baby. Come on now. And I was a baby, bro. Baby face, like super low haircut. Yeah,
I'm gonna put it up here when I edit the video.
And Mr. Solano confirmed your alibi.
Oh, good.
You gotta have a reference for people to see. Don't worry. Yeah. I do my research, man. And
then after that, I think I was like going through some like personal stuff where like honestly shaving as a black man, shaving in this industry, when they make you close shave and you get the bumps and stuff, I couldn't deal with it no more. So I was like, I'm not shaving for these auditions. I'm not shaving for these roles. And then I booked Criminal Minds Beyond Borders.
Damn.
Where I played a crazy Jamaican murderer, and my beard worked in my advantage.
Wow!
And actually, I worked with Mike on that.
You were? Oh yeah.
I killed Mike on
that. Yeah. I think I actually went out for that. I went out for Mike, the same role. Mike. This is before like me and Mike was like real cool because we just did a LeBron James Nike commercial like a week ago before we had that audition.
Oh shit!
And then I saw him at that audition. And then I also saw, who else was there? Ashley Bryan, another homie.
Oh,
yeah. So he was there because we all did the Nike commercial.
Okay, got you.
So I was like, oh, shit, everybody's there, woo, woo. I never forget it because I was like chopping up. Everybody's like, hey, what's up, hey. And I never forget, Mike was in the room not chopping up with nobody. Like he said his what's up, and then he went in that audition room and was just like locked in. Everybody was like, hey, what's up, nigga?
I'm not going to lie. That was the first time I had ever done that on an audition too.
Really just locked in. Sometimes you got to do that. You have to do that because sometimes people be talking. It's fun because you're catching up. You ain't seen them, but
you got to focus.
You got to focus. You got to know what you came there for.
Exactly.
I didn't come here to meet. I see y'all after.
Exactly. Yeah, let me do these 5 minutes and then we can chop it up.
Exactly.
Yeah. You can fall out your focus. That's fine.
Yeah, you can fall out your focus.
That's on you, bro.
Hey, that's a real key.
I remember I came like twisted my hair all crazy, twisted my beard crazy, and was like, I didn't even say highs. What? I said what's up after though. They embarrassed the hell out of me on that audition. Yeah. But this is just a fun little story. This happens sometimes. See, this is some game for y'all.
Give them the game.
Double check your emails from your agents. Reread things. Sometimes ask your agents questions because people make mistakes.
Yeah.
They put on the email, and I read, and this was trust your process. I read that it was a Jamaican dude.
Yeah.
But on the audition, it said do not do a Jamaican accent. Oh. And so I didn't prepare it. Granted, I killed the emotional aspect of it because I wasn't tripping on no accent.
Yeah.
And so I went in, I did the audition. The lady didn't stop me after the first scene. She let me do the second scene.
Oh, yeah.
With no accent.
Yeah.
And then she was like, this is great, but the character, and I was like, the character needs an accent. She was like, yes, he does. And I was like, give me like 5 minutes. I can just go in the hallway, figure something out. I'm stressing. I'm like,
you like shit.
She comes out while I'm doing this. She's like, just so everybody knows, you have to do a Jamaican accent for this role. and I'm sitting there going over my lines like, don't do it. Don't do it.
He said, don't do it.
Hey, bro, it was very bad, but I mean, like, it worked out.
But you did it. You booked it. I booked it. You on set.
Yeah, the action wasn't that great. That's all I'm gonna say. And I apologize. I'm not gonna lie. I've worked on the Jamaican accent since then because of how bad I thought that was on TV. I was like, wow,
Really?
you look like an idiot up here, bro.
But I mean, that shows, like it says, like it's that shows growth. Like when you're able to look at something from your past and be like, ooh, oh no, but that shows that you've matured and grown, and you can identify like, damn, I can do way better than that now.
Yeah, 100%. And I think the cool part is as you grow in this is, I don't know. I guess for me, the cool part is becoming more nitpicky because it's like, all right, I don't see any big things anymore that I don't like. But now it's like these little things. And like, oh, why'd you look away so soon? It becomes more fine-tuned.
Yeah. How are you standing out from the other thousands of actors that come out here every day to pursue this dream, and you're working and they're not? What do you think separates you from that pack?
For Criminal Minds, I do feel like it was the preparation that I put in for that role, and also just the choices to come in with my hair looking crazy and to twist my shit like a different way on purpose. I walked around CBS Studios like that. Like I didn't just pull up there. I was on the drive to the audition, like make sure this look crazy. Like I think it's the dedication to the character that you've created and what you're there to present, especially back in the Room days. It's different. Yeah. But like when your attention to detail and your attention to caring for whatever that character is going through and whatever story you're trying to tell, that's what shines through the work. And I think that's what set me apart on that one specifically. If I had to go back on every audition and think what set me apart.
Well, not just every audition, but just
some of
you're working. We're in your hotel room right now because you're working on a project. You've been on WestWorld. You've been on 4 video games. You feel me? So like, what do you? Wink, wink. Like, how, as a broader question, like, what do you think separates you from the others that are not, as successful as you?
I guess work ethic. I mean, but I'm guilty of slacking off too. So it's like it really is just like dedication and focus when you are working on something, putting your all into that. Like, and it's been years of me building a process and taking things from other actors that I watch, asking questions on. WestWorld taught me so much. WestWorld was funny because it was right after that little stint. I did Jane the Virgin, Rosewood, Criminal Minds, and Rebel. And then Dondre Whitfield on the set of Rebel, he was having a conversation, and I got there for the tail end of it, but he was looking at me and he was saying, when God slows the auditions and it seems like there's nothing on the horizon, that's when he's telling you to prepare. Because when he opens the floodgates, he doesn't want to hear you say, I'm drowning.
Ooh.
And that was the last project I had worked on before WestWorld. And it was 7 months.
And that was on
7 months.
That was on Rebel?
That was on Rebel.
What he said that?
Yeah.
That's a gem. Who said that again?
Dondre Whitfield.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
That's a shout out to him.
Shout out to Dondre, man. Because that phrase kept me focused, kept me afloat for the next 6 months. Because there was...
It was slow bucks.
It was slow. What I did get, I wasn't booking. And I was just like, did I hit a little 4-month little streak and now it's done? Like, did it crash? Did it fall? Like, I just left class. Like, this was all new. This was the start of the experience. Yeah. So it was like, fuck, did I fuck up? And then...
You start questioning yourself when you go through that phase.
100%.
Like, actors, when you're out in these, especially when you hot. Especially when you book it and you used to it. Oh, I'm in it. I'm that guy.
Tell me I'm not him. What you mean?
I'm working. Man, so when that comes to a halt and you ain't getting nothing, and you getting auditions, but you ain't booking them, you getting callbacks, but you ain't booking them, you getting on placed on the veil, and it's like, okay, but you getting dropped, dropped from all these pins. How do you cope with that? Like, how do you cope with that constant rejection honest, and bro, like, especially when you're hot? Yeah.
If I'm being very, very honest, it's changed throughout the years. I think even now, rejection only hurts on the ones I really want. And with everyone, it's a different coping process.
Yeah.
But like starting off in this, it really has to be a sickening focus on what you desire and 100% confidence on what you bring. Because you have to know that I bring something that someone else is not bringing. Yeah. I remember there was a time, to go back to what set you apart.
Yeah.
There was a time when, a period of months, when I was showing up an hour early to auditions. WestWorld was one of them. Because I had this theory that if I was the first one in the door, you would always remember my tape. And you would subconsciously be comparing every person after me to what I just did. You'd be like, ooh, number 17 was great, but But number one really did kill that. It's like
I had that for a minute too, because I had the opposite. When I would go in, I'd be like, I'll go and I know it's like they're at the end of the slot, and I'll be like, I want to go last.
You can go ahead.
I'll be like, y'all can go ahead.
Say the best for last.
Exactly. I'm gonna bang that thing out, and you're gonna forget about everybody before me.
And I'm a early bird gets the worm kind of guy. Yeah, like if I go in and I body it by lunch, they just like, all right, well, we got these.
Yeah, we
gotta look down, like, but we know we gonna win.
Yeah.
But and that's the thing and once again, everything is different for every actor.
Yeah,
because my belief truly gave me the confidence to put my best foot forward when doing those auditions. And I'm sure the way your process was working was you being like, all right, now is my time to show them the best has arrived, baby. Yeah, I get that though. Because a lot of this is mental.
Yeah.
A lot of this is mental.
I was talking to my last guest, Jordan L. Jones.
Shout out to Jordan Jones.
Jordan L. Jones, man, my guy. He was talking about the mentality. It's all mental. Like, you have to have a strong mental to get through this business, and you have to find little quirks and little things to keep you going. Like, no, I'm gonna go first because this like however you justify it, but whatever
works for you,
exactly,
to get you through. Yeah, man, you better have a few of them motherfuckers.
Yeah, you better have a few of them motherfuckers. Whatever you need to do to get you through.
Because, like,
do that.
I mean, and I'm kind of piggybacking off the rejection thing you were saying, because like, there's never a shortage of rejection in this industry. They got plenty for your ass.
They got plenty.
So get used to that shit. But I think it comes to a point, especially once you just been in it for so long, where it's just like, all right, onward and upwards. Like, I think I've been fortunate enough to where I can truly believe the statement, there's always another job. Yeah. Because we're in my hotel right now.
Yeah. Facts.
And I was just stressing 2 weeks ago. I'm gonna tell you, it don't ever stop. It should. It should stop at some point. I'm working on it, guys. I'm in therapy now. But like, nah, it has not stopped. Even if it's just for 5 minutes. Like, yo, what's happening? I haven't had an audition in 2 weeks. Like, am I cold?
Yeah. Like, no, you really start second guessing all that shit, and it's like, fuck, it gets to your mind. So that's why you got to have a strong mental, because you'll be like, definitely. Fuck, did I really make the right decision? Is it over for me? Did I have my run? And then did I miss an opportunity? Damn, I shouldn't have went out of town. I would have had that job. Like,
I've learned, like, anxiety, replaying situations like that, regret has no place here. It does nothing for you. I'm recently working on truly surrendering to God. And I think giving all of those thoughts, all of those doubts, and even giving yourself when presenting your character, give yourself to your character the way you give yourself to God, in a sense. Fully let go and release.
Let go. Let go and let God, man.
Yeah, let go and let God, truly. In every scene, if we can. I mean, that's my next thing in my process that I'm trying
you gotta work
to add into it. Is that next level of just relinquishing control.
Yeah, because you can't control the outcome of these.
You can't control the shit. You can prepare as much as you want.
You can prepare,
and I think that's another little bit of game for newer actors. Starting out, we always like to control the scene or do the scene the way we see it, or oh, this is how I want to do this, and it's like, prepare, know your character, know your lines. But when you're there auditioning, when you're there in another scene with a person, listen, be present. Whatever they give you, react to that. Yeah, because that's once you truly let go and you are present, that's when the magic happens. That's when the best shit happens.
I love it. I love it. We're gonna take a quick break. We're gonna change some batteries real quick, and we're gonna be back with Patrick Cage, more Giving Game.
Gang.
Yeah, I really want to go into how do you start to work on bigger projects.
God.
Yeah. Like how to
God and consistency.
God is consistency. Yeah.
Yeah. I think just giving 100 every audition, really trying to push myself further, never being satisfied with the last tape. Like, I just did a tape earlier this week.
Yeah.
Better way to start this. I did a tape 2 weeks ago. I swore that was the best tape I've done in my life. Then I did a tape 4 days ago where I was like, motherfucker, this might be the best tape I've done in my life. Like, I always want to push myself further than the last thing, even if the last thing was a tape.
Yeah. Oh, I like
not
that.
even the last thing you saw from me.
Yeah.
Because every audition is practice. We're talking about practice. Yes, we are.
We talk about practice.
Because practice is what gets you.
Not the game. We're talking about practice.
Practice? We're talking about practice, man. We're talking about practice. We're talking about practice. We ain't talking about the game. We're talking about practice, man.
Kobe constantly practiced.
Yeah.
Practice never stopped.
You gotta put that work in, even in your self-tapes.
Especially in your self-tapes. Self-tapes are the job. Do as much as you can of the scene as the scene in that tape. Because that's what they have. That's what they're booking off of now, bro.
Yeah.
And it's like, I know you get creative with them.
Oh yeah.
At this point.
Type of shit.
At this point, we've been doing
outside with that motherfucker.
But it's like whatever.
Nigga at the pool. Yeah, nigga. They said they had a pool in the scene, so I'm at the pool.
I'm at the pool with
I'm gonna have my audio and I'm gonna have that thing.
And then that affords the luxury is that when you do work more, you can up your production quality.
Yep.
You can get a product that is closer to the end product.
Yeah.
Just on your submission.
Yeah.
But I think working on bigger things more consistently, that was just wanting to grow in my process, because it went from WestWorld, there was a little lull, then there was.
And how did you get WestWorld? Because that's a huge fucking show. That's a hit show. It's been, that's HBO, baby.
WestWorld was an audition just like any other.
Okay.
But
did you know it was WestWorld? Was it a code name?
It was WestWorld.
It was WestWorld. It was like, no, this shit WestWorld.
It was WestWorld,
okay.
And everything stopped that day, bro. I got that audition. I don't remember what the fuck I was doing, but it didn't happen. I went home and I started running that shit. Then I went to my boy Ken's house and I started running it with Ken. And then I went back home and I was still running it.
What?
And my audition was at 11:10, and I showed up at 10:30. And they was like, "We are not doing auditions yet. We come back at 11." And I was like, "All right, my bad. I'm early." Went to Starbucks, came back, took a little nap. 10:58, I'm standing outside the door. They open up at 11. I sign in. I go in. I do the audition. I walk out. I look at my phone. It's 11:11. I'm really big into numbers.
He's really big into numbers, y'all. He's really big into get it tatted.
It's tatted on my chest.
Yeah.
But this was the moment that made me get it tatted. I looked at my phone. It was 11:11, and I stood there with my arms out, and I looked up and I said, "I just booked WestWorld," and that was all I said. And I just sat there, eyes closed, and I treated it like ordering at a restaurant. When you order it with the waiter, you tell them what you want. And then you go about your motherfucking life. You have your conversation. You enjoy the dinner.
Yep.
And then at some point, ding, food comes.
Your shit's there.
You wasn't worried about it the whole time.
Because you know it's coming.
Because you know it's coming because you told them. That's how I treated that. I said I booked WestWorld. And then I just went about my life. I moved. I was moving out of my mom's spot. And I was like, all right, I got to get this apartment. I was so focused on everything else. I moved into that apartment by myself. Not by myself. I have roommates, but I was the first one to move in.
Yeah.
Woke up that day, went to the mall, got the call that I booked WestWorld.
Damn. Same day.
Not the same day that I.
Oh, not saying the audition.
Like a week later.
A week later. Okay.
I went on with life. I was focusing on moving and shit. I was like, I ain't got time to worry about this. Yeah.
No, that's the thing. They come around, man. You never know when you're gonna get that call. Like you audition for shit, and then months later you get the call, you booked it. Like,
and I've had that go the opposite way though, where you're on hold for 2.5 months. I've written letters to producers telling them why I relate to this character so much, how much I connect to it. They've responded saying, "Oh my God, we love this. This is how we saw the backstory of the character."
Yeah.
And you still don't get that shit.
Is that you still don't get that? He poured his heart out in the letters.
There's those jobs where it's like you will go above and beyond, and it'll land, and it'll come together, and it works, and it's that great feeling when you're on set collaborating because everybody knows we have the same like heart to tell this story.
Yep.
And there's times where you put that same effort in, and it will not go your way.
No, it won't be reciprocated.
And it's just like,
but there's so many other things,
There's always another job.
There's always another job, man. Hollywood ain't going nowhere.
You can't kill yourself over this shit.
No. Hell no.
At all.
Hell no. That's what you got to do.
Granted, I understand you gon' have those dark days. It's gonna be
a lot of those
difficult. You're gonna have those little mental spirals where you're just like, I should move back home. Why did I even do this? Like, why did I make this decision?
Yeah.
But trust it. Trust yourself.
You gotta trust it and trust. Trust the process. Trust your talent. Know yourself. Know like my boy Derek said, you got to know yourself.
You got to know yourself.
You got to know if you really made out for this, you really cut out for it. Because like I've seen a lot of people leave this acting thing, and I always tell people it's not even you get to be a great actor. Everybody's gonna get their shot, whether you a mediocre actor or not. You just got to stay in this shit. If you stay in it long enough, you're gonna get your shot.
Yeah,
you're gonna get that role. You're gonna get that movie. You're gonna get something. Because casting all these casting directors or whatever that's watching these tapes, they're gonna be like, damn, they still in it. They still going. I really want to fight. I want to get them on something because they know how hard it is. So you just gotta stay the course. You gotta stay in it. Because that moment you move away or you fly back home is when your breakout role was around the corner. Yeah,
and that's really what it is. It's just like perseverance. How dedicated are you to the craft and to the pursuit of this career?
Yeah,
because it's not just a job. It's not just one job. It's not just 10 jobs. It's not just 50 jobs. It is a career path.
Yeah,
and choosing this career path is not for the faint of heart by any means.
Not at all.
But I was thinking about this the other day, man. They expect us to be so strong emotionally and to be able to handle rejection and turning around 13 pages of trauma-ridden material in less than 24 hours. But then they want you to have this childlike sense about you forever to still be able to create. And I'm like, y'all motherfuckers putting me through the ringer.
Putting you through it. Because it's like, man, you doing these roles. Like you said, you get the damn 13 pages.
Literally.
Right now, it'd be like 6 o'clock. That should do tomorrow morning, 10 a.m.
Tomorrow,
Like, wait,
you got that right?
Like you got that right. Put the self-tape in.
I'm reading with.
And it's different now because it's even harder now.
I got to collaborate.
You got to collaborate.
Everything is a fucking shoot.
Everything is a shoot.
It's not even an audition no more. It's a whole production. Hey,
it's a whole production.
You available between 9 and 11? Well, I got to do this tape, man.
No, that is the fucking truth, man. Because it's really like, usually it's like, all right, damn, I got 13 pages, but they already got the production. You're going to go to the casting office. They got the camera set up. They got somebody reading with you.
All I got to do is show up and sit my ass in that chair.
Exactly. But now, you got to fuck with motherfucking schedules. Hey, can you help me film this shit?
Remember when Ocean Park was the most hated thing?
Oh, in Santa Monica?
With a 5:40 audition time.
Man, you be out Santa Monica. Ocean Park was a casting office out in Santa Monica.
The West Side. Nobody lives on the West Side in LA.
Yeah. So, but that's true though. You have to find with these self-tapes, it's a production. Yeah. You got to have a camera. You got to have lighting. You got to know how to shoot. You got to know how to shoot and edit. You have to know how to edit.
Yeah, they're asking a lot from us now.
They're asking a lot.
And it's like, yo, step up.
And it's harder because now, since it's like they're just throwing self-tape, now they can see anybody from anywhere over the world.
Anywhere, bro.
So it's definitely harder, I feel, for like actors, but same rules apply though.
And I think that's where I don't know. Talking about this is weird. I don't feel like this is healthy. Talking
about always this is therapy.
No. Exactly, it is.
You on the therapy couch?
So really, it started.
So tell me about it, Patrick.
Oh shit! All right, man.
What did you say? He said,
"Fuck if I remember now, man." Shit. You help me.
You said, I don't know if this is healthy to talk about.
Oh, yeah. When I feel like it gets hard like that, that's when I'm like, okay, work harder. And I'm like, what can you add to your process? What can you change? Like, I'm big on asking questions. I will ask for constructive criticism from directors. Yeah. From other actors that I trust and respect. Like, just because I want to know, not even notes on a tape like, how should I change this to get this role? Yeah. I don't want that. I'm sending what I want. Yeah. But just what do you see that seems unbelievable or could I make better? How can I improve in certain areas? Because
I like that. Like what you just said, just you had a couple gems in there, like just as far as like, you don't want motherfuckers to tell you like, oh, change this, because you know what you want. I know what I want to present. Because you've been in, you watch movies, you know what is believable, but there's still an audience out there, and you respect that.
Cater to the audience.
Exactly. So you're like, okay, I know this is a good enough tape to send in, but there may be something that I don't see.
That I'm just not seeing from my perspective.
Exactly. Because let me give it to a viewer and see what they, that's why you screen shows to see how it's reciprocated with the audience. So somebody else may be like, I didn't really believe that, and you're like, you still gonna send it in because
it got sent.
It got sent. It's like okay,
but
now
I'm taking
I
what you said into account. Now I'm gonna reflect on that. I'm gonna use that if I see a similar situation in a future audition. I'm like, oh, am I doing this thing that I normally just fall back on, or am I remaining truthful and making sure this is shining through, or like so? It's like I don't know. I just feel like in those times of like rejection or when things get hard, or if it's like slow and I feel like I haven't been booking as much. Yeah, cool. Work harder. What can you add to your process? How can you grow?
I like that. Are you still with WestWorld?
No.
Or did you switch?
I transferred over.
How did you?
So I've been with the same agent since 15. I'm still with Pamela Fisher to this day.
What?
That's why I say my whole agency situation was like divine and God driven. Because this woman found me off of LA casting, alley-ooped me to this other woman, and I'm still signed with her. Like,
wow.
Yeah.
So, where's she at now?
A3. My bad. I didn't answer that.
Yeah, that's what I'm here for. I was
like, so is it Buckworld or not?
Yeah.
A3, I'm at A3.
I'm at A3.
A3 LA and A3 New York.
Okay.
Yeah, formerly Abrams.
Yep. Big agency, man.
Thank you, man.
Yeah,
I once again blessed.
I mean, they in London too, ain't they? They
Sure,
like,
I'm working on that.
Yeah.
I'll fly out.
It
ain't no thing, baby.
No, but yeah.
Hello.
Hello. Throw it in the bin. So you've been with her your whole career.
Yeah.
So she's just transferred different agencies. She just bounced.
She went from Buckwald to A3, and that was it. Now she's the vice president at A3.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So you've been in it. So
Grandfathered.
yeah, you grandfather there. You like, okay, yeah.
I got in young though, so it's like all of it was just like how it worked out being from LA. It's just a divine situation that I'm very fortunate for.
As you're with A3, you're booking more guest stars, bigger roles and stuff. How, did you get the video game? Because now you're in
so
NBA 2K.
Yeah, so
22 and 23 coming out.
Come on now. The video game world. All right, so it's my dream to be an Avatar, bro.
Ooh, come on, put it out there.
Avatar 4 and 5, it's happening. I'm in
Come
Avatar
on.
4 and 5.
Eddie stated here first, y'all. Giving game.
James Cameron, call my manager James Jolie. Let's make it happen.
Hey, James Cameron watching this, I'm lit. He's like, yeah, I was watching you on Giving Game. I was like, what?
What? Yeah. Come on now, Rickey Eugene podcast.
Yeah.
I knew that I needed mocap experience if I wanted to do Avatar 4 and 5. Because I was like, James Cameron not going to take some newbie that's never done mocap. You got to do some due diligence.
Yeah.
So I told my manager at the time that I always wanted to do like VO mocap and get into that world.
Yeah.
Got an audition for Madden.
Madden, baby.
To
Madden 20?
For your character.
Oh, damn.
I saw you at the callback.
Wait, no, I did. On my birthday. On my birthday. Yes. I'm over here like.
I remember because I was like, yeah, I want this one, man. He's like, it's my birthday. I said, well, it's yours.
Yeah.
I said, this was fun.
Well, this is so last day.
This is a good time.
Yeah, because we was at EA headquarters.
Yeah, right there.
In Marina.
Yep, by Playa.
Playa del Rey. Yep.
Yeah, no, that was dope. And so it was because of Michael Young. That audition, even though
shout out to Mike
Young.
Young.
Yeah, shout out Mike
Writer,
Young,
creator,
appreciate
man. You've been looking out.
But he gave me the mocap experience.
So you got the audition. So you already told your reps, like, yo, this is what I want. And they got you the audition.
Yeah.
And you ended up getting the call back. I saw you got the call back.
Yeah.
And
just doing the work.
Yeah, just doing the work. So you got in. But then you said Mike called you. So Mike
hit me up separately and just brought me in to be a body. Just a body double.
I know. I'm talking.
I know. I'm trying. I'm like, you know this shit.
Yeah, you're like, why you act like you don't know? I know, but I got to.
No, yeah. So I ended up just being a body on Madden and just literally doing mocap work, which is also a lesson in be specific with your manifestations.
Yeah. You did mocap work.
I did mocap work. That is not what I needed to do though. I needed more.
He said I wanted to be the lead.
Yeah, I was like, okay, we got to get more specific with this shit.
Yeah.
But I did that for 2 years.
Yeah, because you did both.
20 and 21.
We did Madden 20 and 21.
And then
and a body, just for people to know, just what does that mean?
Yeah, so basically as a body, I was just basically those characters you see walking around the background of the scenes with Rickey or just like other football players you see running off the field. That was me, just running ad-libbing random lines, doing high fives and stuff to make it look real.
But you had the whole
I had the mocap suit
and everything.
Just nothing had no dots on the face. I wanted the face dots.
He always said that on set.
I was like, can you just give me the dots so I have them? I don't even need to use them. I just want the face dots.
The dots on the face dots is like the facial recognition. That's where the camera track your face and your movements and all that. So you're that's how they get your face on the game.
And it's really dope. It's such a cool experience.
Oh, it's one of the coolest shit. That's one of the coolest things I've ever done in my career. That shit is and I love Madden. But go ahead.
And then so then that next, because of Madden 21, because they came back and hit up Abrams was like, hey, do you want an agent? And I was like, yeah, sure. So the VO department was like, we'll rep you.
Well, the voiceover department.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they were sending me out for stuff. And then my manager actually sent me NBA 2K.
What?
Came from my manager. Shout out James, bro. You know I love you.
Come on now.
And yeah, I got a call back for that. And Chris Papiernik, I will never forget him. I mean, obviously he's the director of 2K. That's my boy now. Like, that's
I'll
never forget that first interaction on Zoom. he opens up the Zoom. And he's like, shit. And I was just like, what the fuck is happening? On these Zoom callbacks, like, you can try to set up your whole self-tape thing. You got the lights and everything. You try to make it look pristine. Because when they come on, it's like, showtime. Got to give him the product.
Go.
And he was just so, like, frazzled and trying to figure it out. And was like, shit. And I was like, you good, bro? He's like, yeah, I'm just trying to hide from my kid right now. And I started cracking up laughing. And we just immediately, like, vibed. We did the scene. And he was like, you're really cool, man. He was like, how tall are you? I was like, 5'10". He's like, yeah, you can't beat a my player. He's like, but I'll find something for you. And that man is a man of his word. And he called me back in for a rapper, Lil Metal. And then like 3 days later, they were like, hey, you're going to be Rickey now. What? And you fly out on Sunday and you're working until June. This was like March. And I was like, bet. They're like, you just have to sign a contract. I was like,
where's that? Yeah.
I'll take the plane now.
What?
Yeah.
And then you flew out. And...
Bro, 2K has been the gift that keeps on giving because they changed the entire like platform of the game on the year that I did, 2K22, to this whole open world like universe concept, the city life.
Yeah.
And they were telling me when we were shooting it, and I just didn't understand. They were like, yeah, you're kind of like a really key character in this universe now. They're like, you kind of like are always going to be here. And I was like, yeah, I don't know. I don't get how that works.
Yeah.
And then when the game came out, they're like, you're Rickey. You're in the universe. You're the manager. Like that was like my origin story. And now when you going to drop this?
I don't know, nigga.
Drop it after the night.
Yeah, drop it after the night. Yeah. I'll drop it whenever you want me to drop it so you get the spoilers out.
Yeah. And so in this character, basically Rickey's grown. Like he started off as your manager. Now he's your agent. He has his own little boutique firm. He's got other people that work in the firm now. And so like it's cool to see the character grow and exist in this universe. Yeah. And it's cool because they're just like, yeah, come back in, be Rickey again. And it's cool because like this year we got to like kind of get a little edgier. I mean, it's still E for everyone, but like there's fights. People be yelling at people. Like people get fed up. It's really such a cool experience. And always, from seeing it in the mocap stage to seeing it done, seeing the game out, seeing it look just like you. Yeah. That's always the trippiest part.
Oh, that's the trippiest part. When
the trailer just dropped.
I'm gonna have the trailer on this motherfucker.
This is the
city. You got your voice and everything.
Yeah, that shit is crazy,
it's the
bro.
trippiest thing when you see yourself. You're immortalized.
I mean,
you're immortalized forever.
For our generation, I mean, I'm a 90s baby. And so it's like, I played video games all the time growing up. So to be in this, that would be like, if they brought Tony Hawk back and they were like, you're a character in Tony Hawk. I'd be like, what?
Yo, Tony Hawk Pro Skater.
Yo, come on now. I'm flipping ollies, doing kickflips. Like, it's just such a cool experience, man. And so I'm super thankful that I got to do it. And
what's that process like of being in a video game versus, an audition or working on set of a TV show or a movie?
Way different. And I think, that's probably what's increased. I'm not going to lie. This helped me identify it. 2K has definitely increased my imagination.
Wow.
Because you're shooting on a basically an open sound stage. You got a bunch of like tiny little cameras and lights everywhere. There's no physical walls. Everything's just ropes and tape. And you got to just be like, all right, so this is the desk, this is the thing. And it's like, all right, imagine. And
imagine.
And so it was definitely like an acting boot camp intensive almost. Because like I was there, we're shooting 16 to 30 pages a day. Man. I mean, I remember one day we did like 52 pages. Like we did something crazy. Ooh. And yeah, we're just like, you don't have time to think. You're going all off of instinct. Yeah. And so I remember that first year, it was just like knowing who Rickey was, knowing like the type of like style and like just way Rickey spoke and moved and the relationship between him and MP that first year. And just trusting in that. Because there was so much, sometimes you couldn't learn your lines. You had to just like read right before and go. Get you a process for speed memorizing. Because I got lucky with photographic memory, but I've learned everybody isn't like this.
Oh no, hell no!
He said hell no.
You gotta learn them damn lines. You gotta sing them, dude. You gotta write them down. Whatever you gotta do.
Sleep with them under your pillow. I've heard that works. That shit is subconscious. The shit be flowing in. But no, it was really like an acting intensive of just like kind of just doing take after take, scene, going to the next scene and the next scene. You don't have time to think too much of controlling the scene. You just gotta live in it, react and be. And so I think 2K helped me grow a lot, actually.
Really?
Yeah. And it was cool because I did 2K, came out, did NCIS, a couple other guest stars. I just did, we'll get to this in a little bit.
Yeah, we'll get to it.
But yeah, I mean, I think 2K definitely was a level up for me as an actor. just because it gives you the practice to kind of.
And is it different just for people who want to get into voiceover or like motion capture? Like, how was the audition? How did you prepare differently than you would for a TV show? Or
nope. It was all the process is the process. The character is a character, especially because like 2K, they try to shoot it like a movie. Mm-hmm. So you want it to feel as grounded and real as possible. But yeah, the audition process was just like any other audition, bro. And I think that was the coolest part is it wasn't like having to be this video game person. Granted, there's some lines like once you're finally doing it, there's lines where you gotta definitely make missions sound like normal talk. Like, hey man, yeah, homie wants to see you down at the coffee shop. You should probably ride your bike over there. Like, that's definitely like you got to go to, and then a little bit, but you got to find that way to make it sound
real
cool and like a normal thing you would say to your friend.
Yeah, that is true. You have to like kind of finesse it because I know
some of it is real expository.
Yeah, because some of they be doing that, and I was like, I think when I did Madden, I did that. They were doing something like I had to ask them a question. I'm like, yo, you don't see a problem with this shit? Like whatever's going on, you hear me? Like and because you got to time
the idols were the worst
because you have to wait for the person playing the game to like select. So I was just like ad-libbing like what I do. Like if some motherfucker takes too long, it's like, yo, what the fuck? Because I remember that would happen in King Griffey Jr. Like if King Griffey Jr. baseball and like Nintendo 64, if you were idle, like, and this is before story mode, but I just remember if I left the controller but the game was on and I was at the bat, all of a sudden, like if it was sitting for too long, the motherfucker would come up to the screen and knock on the screen. I was like, what the fuck? And this was in the 90s. It'd be like and it sound like the nigga is banging on the TV
glass
screen.
Screens back in the day.
The big ass Zenith that shit would sit on the floor.
As we get old, bro.
We get old. I just gave myself like that. I said a Zenith. Nigga said a Zenith.
The bunny ears in the back of shit. Yeah, nigga, I know. I remember all about that.
Man. But yeah, that's what you have to do. You have to get creative and still make things real. And even in that world, even though it's a video game and it's different,
it's a different lane, especially just like because of the face cameras and stuff and getting used to that.
Oh, yeah. Because there's a camera right in your fucking face.
You got a big helmet on. You got two cameras right up here.
The light is on in your face. Yeah, that was adjustment.
We don't do the light, actually.
Oh, y'all do it? Oh, okay. You trying to stop
we got the UV. It's just a little red strip right in the front.
I'm still mad. Yeah, because that happened. I was like, yo, when the first time I had that, it was because you had the helmet on, the motion cap helmet, and then the camera comes out, and it's right. Arm. Yeah, a little arm. It comes out kind of like a thing at like McDonald's, but it comes out right in front of your face, and there's a camera on it, and then there's a light that shines on you to illuminate the dots on your face and facial recognition. And that's what they record. And that was an adjustment because when we were celebrating, like we won the championship, I was like, hey! And then we went up close face and our cameras are bumping. They were like, we got to start all over.
And then you can't like put your hand on your face. Mm-hmm. And I know like a lot of people like do this. And like I've been doing this conversation.
You can't do any of that.
The second you do this, cut, scratch take, do it again.
Yep.
And it's like
you interfering with the connectors and the dots, so you can't do any of the things that you would do on TV. Like
there's little things.
I mean, what would that? You can't do that in motion cap on the video.
There's definitely little adjustments like that, like working with the technology. Once you can adjust to the technological world of mocap, it's just like acting. It's just by like living, bro.
Living, man. Yeah. I want to wrap things up and talk about what you got coming up. Like what you're on right now, like how did that come about?
What I'm on now is CSI Vegas.
All right now.
Check it out when it drops.
Come on, man.
It was actually mad random just because I had done season 2, episode 1 in May. And then they brought my character back. And I was just like, that's dope. Yeah,
and
I would love to.
Called you.
Yeah, they were just like, hey, are you free to shoot this? And I was like, yeah. And I mean, I just moved to New York. And so they just had to kind of fly me out here. And that's why I'm in a hotel now.
You never know in the writer's room, man. Your character could come back. Like, you can just get that call.
You never know.
You never know. Like, you shot this in when?
I didn't plan this. This was back in May.
It's
September.
It's September right now.
I had no plan of this. That's why people be asking me, like, hey, you want to go do this and this? Sure, but I'm liable to cancel.
Yeah.
just know my life is always up in the air. And then, also earlier this year, it's coming out this year too, Welcome to Chippendales on Hulu.
Welcome to Chippendales.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Come on, that's
play,
what's up. That's down the town to pound.
What?
Yeah.
Down the pipeline.
Yeah, November 22nd, 2022.
Ooh.
On Hulu.
On Hulu.
Check it out. Welcome to Chippendales. I played Don Gibson, who's a law student that, in trying to attend the club, kind of stirs thing up for Chippendales.
Oh shit! So is this a what kind of role is this? Recurring? Like what is this?
It's a recurring, yeah.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, recurring guest.
Okay. Give people some game on like once you start, booking like co-stars, guest stars, and then you're working up to like series regular, and now you're testing like how that process works and what what that means.
Testing is testing can be nerve-wracking, especially your first time. Just because it's like they send you your contract for what you would be making for the season, and just reading all of that, seeing all of that, it's
before you audition.
Before you audition, before you do the final audition, you got to sign your contract because if they pick you, they're flying you the fuck out. We're not talking about anything else. This is your negotiation here. Name your offer because you ain't got a second shot at it.
It's kind of like a mind fuck because you see how much money you're going to be making per episode, but then you got to block that out.
Block that out completely and do the job.
Audition.
Because guess what? When you're actually on set, you'll be making that. So you need to block it out and do your job. And so it really is a test. I think that's why they call it the test.
Yeah.
Because it's a test. It's like, cool.
I don't know about that.
How does your mindset change? How do you change when we throw this at you? You become weird now? Can you still do the job?
Are you flubbing lines?
Are you flubbing lines? You feel the pressure?
You feel the pressure now? Yeah.
You should.
You should. We banking on you for the show.
Come on now. Earn it.
So and then there's a hell of motherfuckers. There's a lot of people in the room too, like for different like network tests and
you know what? I'm not gonna lie. There's definitely hella people in the room. I mean, with now they do Zoom tests, so you got your option to be like pin camera,
pin one person.
Nobody else. But I mean, the last time I tested in the room, I think it was like 11, 12 people in there. But they were so far enough back. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't that nerve wracking for me. Plus, they were on some real like in the shadows shit. Lights were turned off. Like they were all silhouetted.
So it was like you was in acting class.
Yeah, it felt like acting class. Like just the little stage was lit. It was me and Shorty. The director was there. It was actually I had a very, very dope first testing experience. That was
nice.
live.
Okay.
Yeah, and I mean, like, it wasn't too nerve-wracking as far as other actors in the room, although you are seeing the other three people that you're up against. Yeah. In very close proximity. Yeah. Oh, and that's also the weird part, is they make you sign the contract at the fucking test. Yeah. Like, you walk in, they're like, oh, Patrick, you go sign that for us?
You're like, how much per episode?
Yeah, that's right.
That's right. Okay. All right. Cool.
It's okay.
Okay.
But yeah, it's
you got to sign it before you go in, right? While you're there.
Yeah. So it's a very different process. It's not an audition by any means. It definitely feels like this is business now. This is when business meets the acting world.
Yeah. Because there's so many playmakers and studios and money involved, because they're really seeing, like you said, it's a test if you can handle this, and they're seeing if it's only 3-4 you guys there, and
5 max.
They're trying to see who's the guy, because everything
if chemistry reads
everything plays a role in that shit. So people, even after you do the audition and you're talking to them, they want to see if you are, affable, or like, how's this person going to do when we do a press junket for this? Are they going to be able to,
Are you marketable?
Exactly.
All these things.
Are you marketable? Are you going to be able to be charismatic in these interviews and be able to hold the show and promote it and do all the...
They test for all of that.
Yeah.
In that moment. Yeah. So it's a psychological game. But you know what? Just do the craft. Do great work. That'll... Everything else will come, but do great work.
What other like tips would you give aspiring actors, like to that, like they want to be, All American or like WestWorld, or the stuff that you've done? Like how can they, what practical tips can you give them to actually like get going? And
this is something I would do for, especially if I was auditioning for a show that was already on. I would watch it and learn tone. I would watch seasons of it. And that's why people be like, man, you watch a lot of TV. Yeah. I really don't. I just be auditioning a lot, and I watch hella episodes till I feel like I have the tone down. And then do the scene as grounded within the world of the script. And I think that's what Aaron Speiser teaches, is creating believable circumstance believable living in the circumstances believably within the imaginary world of the script. And that's what it is falling into that world is I think what set me apart from Westworld, because I was such a fan of the show.
Sounds kind of like Meisner, like living truthfully under imaginary circumstances.
A lot of Meisner, it's a lot of Uta Hagen, a little Stanislavski.
Oh, okay. So Playhouse.
If you want to, if you want to get a little technical,
okay, Luke Thespian's over here.
Yeah, I know what I'm talking about now. Come on.
Okay.
But yeah, I think that's just one thing I'm really good at doing is a kind of mimicking tone, just like kind of absorbing it and being able to drop into that world. Seeing myself on TV, or watching TV, it's easy for me to see myself in those circumstances or in those environments.
Got you.
And so I think that's a cool tip, and you can practice that just by watching the shows that you want to be on.
Yeah.
I think especially with like an All-American Homecoming.
Yeah.
If you're in that age pocket, in that age range, watch that show, understand that tone, and I don't know, meditate and manifest. I'm big on manifestations, man.
Whatever. This you giving the game to the people, man.
I believe. I ain't gonna say this is what it is, but I believe that life is truly whatever you believe it is. Whatever you can convince yourself of, that works. For some people, it's Buddhism, it's Hinduism, it's whatever it is. Whatever works for you, works for you.
Yeah. If
you truly believe you can sit down, breathe, manifest, and envision yourself somewhere, and it will happen. It will happen. As long as you believe it. If you believe you are a superstar and you're going to be in this big budget movie next year, it will happen. Yeah. Because the law of the universe, man. Yeah. Once you set your intention and you are clearly making steps and efforts towards it, the universe is going to work with you.
Yeah, man. You got to just like you said, you got to put the work in, put the effort.
You can't just sit at home and be like, I'm going to do this. And be like,
nah.
All right, where's it at?
You got to be putting time in. You got to be putting work in. Yeah. Putting your it's like Malcolm Gladwell, 10,000 hours, man. You got to put keep grinding. Like you said, you was scooping up stuff in the alley, trash, all of that. Bro. Like you putting that still equates to your hours that you putting in and how hungry you were to be in this. So yeah, that's a real gem, man. But
and I think just another gem to kind of piggyback off of what King said. You gotta know yourself in this.
You got to know yourself.
Come on, man.
You got to know yourself in this industry. You got to know yourself when it comes to the work, because if you don't know yourself, when you're playing another person, how are you going to know what parts of yourself to turn up and turn down?
Ooh.
You don't even know who you are.
Come on, man.
So, yeah. Therapy.
This video is sponsored by
BetterHelp.com. Come on now. Get you some help. We all need it. It's okay.
But yeah, like that's true. And like you said, you know yourself, because how you gonna play somebody else if you don't know who you are?
And that's the thing, is like, that's part of like with breaking down a character. I remember the first time I tried to break down a character, I was like, I don't understand how to do this. And then full transparency, I smoked a blunt and I started doing a character breakdown on myself. So like, this is the easiest way. The easiest way to answer these questions is just as me. Like, where'd you grow up? Los Angeles. What's your home life? Yeah, what's your sense of humor? I like this. But I mean, even doing that, it was like reverse engineering almost. It's like I'm constructing a character that I already know.
And that's what you're gonna be playing mostly early on in your career. You're not gonna be playing like like some crackhead. It's like you're gonna be playing like the boyfriend or the guy next door. Or like
done that.
Yeah. But like early on, like when you getting co-star stuff, like you playing ticket taker number 2 and all that. So like
that's another gem too. When you on set doing these co-stars and even some of these guest stars, know your role and not like in a fucked up way, like you're not the star, but like know how to serve the story, serve the scene, serve the series lead in the scene. Like doing that gets you so much further, I've learned. Yeah. Is knowing how to be in the scene and facilitate the scene. Yeah. Push the scene forward.
Exactly.
I know you're excited to get your first job, but it's not your time.
Exactly. Ticket taker number 2, don't have no monologue. You don't need to be ad-libbing all this shit.
You just got a name tag and found out your name was John 30 minutes ago and props handed it to you. So just do the job and keep pushing, because it's a win for you. Yeah. It's definitely a win. But on those early startups, kill it as much as you can on the day. Help push the scene forward. Yeah. Help everybody get the job done. And they'll be like, man, this motherfucker knew what he was doing. Yeah. How many times he worked? This is his first one? You're going to go far, kid.
You're going to go far, kid.
Promise you, that's how the conversation goes, man.
Yeah, man. This is great, man.
This is fun, Ricky. We got to do this more.
Yeah, Hey, man. This been going good. I'm like, hey, I gotta keep this shit going.
Yeah,
Seasons of this shit.
I will watch.
Yeah, he said I will watch.
I've been watching, man. I'm a fan. When you drop Jordans, I will watch that one as well. I might skip this one. I don't know. I feel like I've seen it.
I feel like I seen it, you know. It's like Entourage. You gotta watch it again.
No,
you gotta
100%, man.
But no, this was dope. I got another question for you.
What's up?
What do you want people to get from your acting when they watch you on screen? Like, what do you want people to walk away with when they see you on TV or in any of your characters, or as you go on with your career?
Man, I think the overall theme, I just want you to know you can do whatever you want to do in life. Because the people that know me and that know me for the longest have known, like, this has been a goal of mine for a very long time. And I mean, like, outside of the school people are the people that kind of transcended that, have known that acting has been a part of my life since, like, 4. 7 was my first job for real. It was a Hewlett-Packard commercial.
Wow.
Like, I've been doing this forever. Yeah. And so, like, perseverance, and truly, if you want it, you can have it.
Yeah.
On an emotional level, healing. I want to play a lot of characters where, I don't know, I can show someone their own traumas through a character and hopefully offer them comfort or healing or just the thought that they're not alone in whatever they're going through through my work.
I love that.
Thanks, man. I think that's why I play a lot of dark characters.
Yeah. But you're funny as shit. That's the funny thing.
Hey, that's the thing that people don't know, man.
Yeah, he's funny as motherfucker.
I mean, Rickey on 2K is the only time I've ever really been able to be funny.
Oh, that's funny. That's crazy.
But you know, I'm a little emotional, so I just want to share that with y'all and just let y'all know, like, it's okay to be emotional too. We all go through it.
Yeah.
And you're not alone with whatever you think about. You know, somebody else on this earth has had that thought. I love you guys. Man.
I get another one.
Okay.
Who do you I think it's the Apple Watch.
Oh.
Yeah. When it's close to the mic, I think. I noticed that. Yeah.
Oh, it's yours? You
Oh,
gotta take mine off.
Like, take that shit out, nigga. I'm not going to the frequency.
Yeah, he's got this Apple Watch. Motherfucker's still gleaming over here.
Motherfucker's still gleaming.
What's your question, man?
What actors would you like to share the screen with?
And Tom Hardy, Denzel.
Not the
in our circle?
No, just not Will Smith, Eddie Murphy,
Denzel.
No, not them, not those, not the ones. Maybe like the up and comings or like some very other
Okay, I got
supporting actors that you'd be like, man, that dude is cold. He gonna be a star soon, or he maybe just been working for years, but he's not really like a Denzel.
Yeah,
so I want who would you love to share the screen with and get busy with in this acting game?
To start, just like closer, just because it's what I'm seeing out from. You, Christopher Meyer.
Oh man, appreciate it.
Ken Moss, you funny as shit, bro.
Hey, man,
you know
this.
You, Christopher Meyer, Kim Matangulu, Dylan Sprayberry. I really want to work with.
That's interesting. Dylan Sprayberry.
Yeah, Dylan's cold, man.
Yeah.
He's on Teen Wolf.
Okay.
My young homie Makari, he's nice with it. Terrence Hardy and I actually just worked together on 2K, so that was dope. I think Caleb from Stranger Things.
Caleb.
Can't remember his last name right now. McLaughlin.
Wait, who does he play?
Stranger Things. The black dude. What you mean?
Oh, the black little boy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Hey man, I don't even know his name. That's not his name in the show. Yeah, exactly.
I don't know his name on the show.
Exactly.
I know his real name. Sorry.
Yeah. I know, right? I know who he really is.
I know his name.
Maybe that's a knock on me. I'm like, I don't know the name. I know that.
Gayton, also the dude. He ain't have no collarbones. He's also on Stranger Things. He had no teeth the first 2 seasons or something.
He had no collarbones.
He's born without collarbones. That's just a
wait, what? Wait, he's on the show. He doesn't have. Wait, what?
In real life, Gayton, the actor, was born without collarbones. It's a thing.
But who does he play?
Fucking shit.
I thought you were saying the guy on the show didn't have collarbones.
Same thing. I mean, technically.
Well, I thought it was like a thing like that in the storyline. That's why I was like, wait, what? I don't remember that part.
The one with Dustin. took me forever, yo. It's been
Dustin, yeah. So you know his character
took me a second because he made me cry like a baby.
He is
twice.
Hilarious. Yeah, that dude.
That season finale, I cried twice because of Gaten.
Yeah, he's cold.
Yo, cold, bro. I was like,
that's my favorite character on Stranger Things.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Little Dustin, yeah, because he was just like, it's fucking shit, guys. Like he just be going in.
He's just real.
Yeah,
he's just so real. Tom Holland, but I guess that's kind of one of the big ones.
Well, I mean, Tom Holland's cool. Like, I'm just saying, like, not the juggernauts. Like, Like, I think Tom Hardy can still fit in there. Tom Hardy cold.
Tom Hardy is one of my favorite actors, bro. Tom Hardy is an inspiration. That's somebody I watch to learn from. That's somebody who does a myriad of roles that I would like to do as well. Like, he does the type of work that I see myself doing. And he does play a lot of dark characters. And he's also a Virgo, so.
Okay.
Just saying.
Tom Hardy. I saw him in he been in a bunch of shit, but I remember when he did the shit, I forgot what it was, when he was the twins. He played 2 roles. I was like, damn.
That man, and I mean this as a compliment. Dude is crazy.
Yeah, he cold.
Uyota Udi. I want to work with him. He's on Wu-Tang. He plays Inspector Deck.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Like the up and coming who because mine's like John Bernthal.
Ooh. If we're gonna talk about it, Jonathan Majors.
There we go. Like somebody like that. Like I'm just like not Denzel. There we go.
Jonathan Majors.
I like John Bernthal.
John Bernthal's
I probably have to get with him too. Theo Rossi.
Yep, Theo Rossi. I know you're talking about.
Motherfucking cold.
So everybody from Sons of Anarchy. No.
Oh, he's in Sons of Anarchy?
Nah, but
I haven't even seen Sons of Anarchy.
Oh, really?
I saw him in like he was in the Nate Parker joint.
Yeah, Nate Parker.
Nate Parker too.
I really want to work with Nate.
Damson.
Actually.
I want to get busy with Damson one time.
Definitely Damson. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. John Boyega. John
Boyega cold. I need to see Breaking, but John Boyega.
I just saw it. Yeah.
He's cold.
Yeah. So like that, even Lakeith.
Lakeith is just
I would
raw.
Yeah, I was like, I got to see. Oh, and boy, Daniel Kaluuya. I just want to rep. I want to. It's funny. It's kind of like one of them things. I want to go against all the British motherfuckers.
I really do.
Hey, look, I want all the smoke.
I respect y'all. Y'all do amazing, fine work.
I want all the smoke.
But I'm ready to go toe to toe. I'm ready to go to your town and take some British roles and then come on back here, bro. Because like, yo, honestly, it's no hate. It's all love. And I understand Idris is talking about this whole like it's the best actor for the thing. But I would just love to go over there. And I'll do some research too. I'll learn.
Yeah.
But I want to play one of your Black British historical figures. And
embody it.
And then let's talk about it.
Yeah.
And then tell me if you
It's a competition. It's a competition thing. Like I really want to go. I really want to get busy with
Let's talk.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
To go. Yeah. So we put it out there. Put it out there. Like
so. Yeah. Like I said, A3 London, please just
A3 London.
Just start putting me off of this.
Yo, Pat, man, this was good, man.
Man, this is fun, man.
You dropped some gems today, man.
Shit, man.
Talking. Yeah, hey, man, but people can learn from this, and that's why I got this here, man.
And I appreciate you for having this platform, man. Just because I think everybody in our circle, I mean, is wise beyond their years, and I feel like especially through doing this, we've learned a lot.
Hell yeah!
I think we have a lot to share, so thank you for giving us a platform to share it. Because I mean, if we're not helping somebody grow or be better through this life, then what the fuck are we really doing?
We do it, man. Motherfuckers been on everything, every different, movie, TV, video game. Like, what's the point? Like, if you can help somebody who's really like trying to like, damn, how do I get into business? Or like, I need some inspiration. I'm feeling like quitting or whatever. It's like
if you feel far from this, you feel like it's so far away, it's esoterical. Just know you can do it. Your circumstances may be a little harder than someone else's. Things may be different, but you can do it with perseverance, with the process, with sticking to it, with having the drive and the discipline and consistency. You can do it.
Love it, man. Hey, what you got coming up next, man? Tell the people that's your camera. You can split that one. That's the main shot. What you got? What's down the pipeline for Patrick Cage?
The newest thing down the pipeline.
And what's your social media and all that shit too?
September 9th, go cop that NBA 2K23.
Come on.
Catch your boy Rickey. I'll be your agent. Guiding you.
Not me. Yeah, his character name is Rickey.
My name is Rickey. I thought that was the best thing is being able to play Rickey. Being Rickey. Check it out though. I'll be your manager through the whole thing, guiding you, helping you make the right turns. Just listen to me. And then after that, we've got Welcome to Chippendales on Hulu, November 22nd, worldwide. We out. We got some guest stars on New Amsterdam and then CSI.
New Amsterdam?
New Amsterdam.
Come on, man. This is the platform.
Hey, look.
New Amsterdam. What's that on?
It's on NBC.
NBC, New Amsterdam, and CSI Vegas.
CSI
I said,
Vegas.
what we in the hotel for? And we don't know when that's going to air.
I don't know when neither way. That's
Yeah,
why I was
that's
like,
right.
I stopped talking about it. I was like,
right.
I don't know when either of those air, y'all.
But follow him on.
Follow me on Instagram at Patrick Cage. Follow me on Twitter at the Patrick Cage. I'll be up there, you know.
Come on, man.
I'll post when everything's dropping. Don't worry.
Exactly. So
Y'all
follow.
gonna catch it.
Yeah. Oh man, this is amazing, dog.
Hey man, I appreciate you.
Thanks for coming on.
My brother.
Thank y'all for coming in and checking out another episode of Giving Game, the podcast with my boy Patrick Cage.
Yeah.
Hope y'all learned some, laughed. Hope y'all learned, laughed, got some gems out of this, man. He was dropping them all over the place. Pick them up, apply them. We'll see y'all next week. Oh, and make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel.
Subscribe, hit that like button.
Like button, comment below, share this with a friend, somebody
now.
who's, trying to be an actor or aspire to be one.
'Cause I
Share the
promise you,
game.
not just me, everybody on this gonna be giving them game.
Yeah, man. Oh, we're gonna have some great guests. We got them lined up. So
Undoubtedly. Hey, he
yeah.
told me some of them. Just wait.
Yeah.
Just wait. That's what I said. Hey, I was like, get me on early, bro.
Yeah,
Get me on now.
I don't want to follow that, by the
I
way.
think I'm trying to go back on this.
So yeah, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure y'all like, subscribe. We'll be back next week with a new guest with some new game. We out.
Peace.
Peace.